Everybody, Miss Barb here. So for today, for All Booked Up, I'm going to talk about a really fun YA series that's actually going to be turned into a Netflix series sometime in 2022. I believe they're looking at it. The story was just bought, so they're still very much in production, in the early stages of production of this. So they're looking at 2022. Anyway, the series is called School for Good and Evil, and it focuses on Sophie and Agatha. Now, the School for Good and Evil is just one big school. You see it? There we go. So we have a school on this side, the evil side, and we have a school over here, the good side. And each year, students from across the land are chosen, are handpicked to go to this school. And you're either on the good side or the evil side. You don't have a choice. The choice is chosen for you. Now, Sophie just knew she was going to the good side. She knew it. And Agatha really didn't want to go, but she didn't want Sophie to leave her behind because Sophie was really her only friend. Well, much to their surprise, Sophie went to school for evil while Agatha went on to the school for good. Totally mixed up. So Sophie just knows the school made a mistake, and she sets out to find out, how can she fix this? How can I go back to school for good because I'm good? Well, the epic adventure begins, and how they discover who they really are. So this is the first one. Book 2 of The School for Good and Evil is A World Without Princes. Now, the book 1 ended, all is well. The school is now reopened. Okay? But things are not quite as what they seem to be on the outside. Villains and the good guys are actually becoming friends. Trolls and dragons and everybody's working all together, and it just doesn't feel right. So it's up to Agatha and Sophie and their new friends to figure out what is truly going on in this new world that they have. So this is book 2. Book 3 of the series is The Last Ever After. Now, things didn't go quite as planned in book 2. Still a really good adventure, but you're like, oh, I want more. Well, here's more. So this is book 3. Everything comes together at the end. Questions are answered, but it's not the end. It's only the beginning of their adventure of Sophie and Agatha. Because evil once again is trying to rear its ugly head, and the girls need to come together to figure out how to stop it. So this is book 3 of their schooling years, so to speak. The Last Ever After. Book 4 of The School for Good and Evil is called Quest for Glory. Now this is the beginning of the Camelot years. So it's kind of a series within a series. Each student at School for Good and Evil, in order to graduate, have to go on a quest. So it's their turn. Their turn for glory. Get it? Quest for glory. So they want to bring Camelot back to what it once was. But are they able to do this? Of course, evil is in Camelot as well. And somebody doesn't want them to return Camelot to glory. So, will good prevail? I love this book because well, I've always liked Camelot. So, to bring Camelot into a series and just twist it a little bit, I like it a lot. This is a good one. Book 5. They're still in Camelot, but a false king has claimed the throne of Camelot. Right? So they sentence Bedros to death, who's the rightful king, and forces Sophie to be his queen. Okay? Now, Agatha, bless her, escapes. She manages to run, she manages to go get help, and all the students from good and evil come together and they find a way to restore Camelot and to rescue the rightful king and to save Camelot. Okay? Before all their fairy tales come to an end. Because if the false king continues to rule, nobody will have their ever after. Ever. Book 6. The final book in this series. It is called One True King. So in this book, Excalibur will come and help choose that king. Who will it choose? Is it truly the one true king, or is it a villain who has placed magic all over the kingdom and continues to rule with an iron fist? So this is the last true king. Everything wraps up. Sophie, Agatha, all of their fairy tales, do they come true? So this is the last one, One True King. Now, we do have one more book. It's called The School for the Good and Evil, The Ever Never Handbook. So, this is cute story book, handbook. Kind of gives you the ins and outs. Can you see that? I'll get it right. There we go. Kind of how to survive the School for Good and Evil. The musicals that take place. That's a script for one of the musicals. It's just a fun little side book to read. Journal entries. Doom Room. It's just a fun little book to read as you go on with the series. So that was The School for Good and Evil. It is a YA book. It's geared towards, I would say, starting in 6th grade on up, because they are higher level readers. But I think the lower level kids would enjoy it if it was a read aloud, or if they are reading at a higher level, I think they would be able to read and follow and understand everything. Adults, I know adults read this series as well. They love it. We also have the audiobooks, and we do have ebooks, and I would highly suggest reading these books before the Netflix series comes out. It's going to be amazing series, I think. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see this story come to life on the big screen and see it in live action. So for more information about this series, just go to this website right here, and there's maps and puzzles and games and information cards and all kinds of things. And yeah, I think you'll really enjoy it. So let me know what you think. Talk to you later.